What's up, everyone? We are back at it today, and we are talking about off-grid power. If you've been following our long and short camping trips, you know we usually lug around massive power stations, or at least the small jackery for our short trips. But let's be real for a second. When you're just heading out for a quick solo overnighter, or you're packing tight in the back of the car, dragging a heavy suitcase-sized power brick out to the campsite is absolute overkill. So, here's the Voltrable Wander 150. This little unit has been our grab-and-go portable power station for creators and solo campers alike. We've been putting it through its paces over the last few weeks to see if it actually delivers on that promise, or if it's just another oversized phone charger with an AC plug slapped on it. Subscribe if you haven't already, and let's begin. First off, let's talk about the physical footprint, because that is the entire selling point of the Wander 150. It does not look or feel like a traditional power station. Instead of a bulky lunchbox design, it has a sleek, vertical shape that feels more like a ruggedized thermos than a generator. It comes with a heavy-duty lanyard attached right to the top, which makes it incredibly easy to just loop around a finger or hang from a carabiner inside the tent. Now, the number here is 99.2 watt-hours, or roughly 27,000 milliamp hours. Why does that specific number matter? Because the TSA limit for carrying a battery onto a commercial flight without special airline approval is 100 watt-hours. That means the Wander 150 is completely airplane approved. If we're flying out to a remote shoot and need dedicated AC power in our camera bag, this thing slides right through security. It's a massive advantage for those of us who travel light but still need to charge high-draw gear on location. On the exterior, the build quality feels solid. It doesn't have that hollow, cheap plastic feel that plagues a lot of budget power banks. One of the standout physical features, though, is the built-in 360-degree emergency lighting. A lot of power stations have a tiny, useless LED flashlight on the side, but Voltrable integrated a proper lantern into the top section of this unit. It diffuses the light beautifully, making it an actually usable camp light for when you're cooking dinner on the tailgate. Let's get into the meat and potatoes, the ports, and what this thing can actually push. Despite its small size, the front panel is absolutely stacked. We've got an AC outlet, 2 USB-C ports, and 2 USB-A ports. Let's start with that AC outlet. Interestingly, it's a pure sine wave inverter rated for 130 watt continuous with a 150 watt peak. Pure sine wave is crucial here. If you're plugging in sensitive electronics like laptop chargers or expensive camera battery docks, you want clean power so you don't fry your gear. We need to be realistic about what 130 watts can do, though. This is not going to run your camp heater, your microwave, or a high-draw power tool. It's strictly for electronics. But for our workflow, it absolutely cuts the mustard. It will easily run a MacBook charger, drone battery docks, or a couple of heavy-duty camera chargers simultaneously. Moving down to the DC ports, this is where the Wander 150 really shines for modern creators. The Type-C 2 port pushes a massive 100 watt output. That means we don't even need to use the AC inverter to charge our laptops. We can just run a Type-C cable straight from the power bank to the computer and get full-speed charging. Bypassing the AC inverter actually saves a ton of battery life because you aren't losing power to the internal inversion process. The other Type-C 1 port is a 45 watt bidirectional port, meaning it handles output for smaller devices, but it's also the primary way you recharge the Wander 150 itself. And if you're still rocking older gear, the 218 watt USB-A ports have you covered. The fact that we can charge up to 5 devices simultaneously off a unit this small is incredibly efficient. Let's talk about the battery chemistry. Voltrable went with automotive-grade 21,700 ternary lithium-ion cells for this unit. Now, in the power station world right now, everyone is talking about lithium iron phosphate because of its massive cycle life. So, why did Voltrable use lithium-ion? We think it all comes down to energy density. Otherwise, it wouldn't be such a handy device with this much power. It keeps the weight down significantly compared to lithium iron phosphate. That being said, they still managed to rate these cells for 1,000 cycles before dropping to 80% capacity. To put that into perspective, even if you took this out and fully drained it every single weekend of the year, it would still take you nearly 20 years to hit that 1,000 cycle mark. When it comes time to juice the Wander 150 backup, you've got a few options. As we mentioned, you can plug it into the wall using a 45-watt Type-C charger. But what we really love is that it supports solar charging. Because it has a wide voltage acceptance protocol, you can hook it up to a portable folding solar panel. So how does this actually fit into a solo camper's workflow? Over the last few trips, this has become our dedicated tent power solution. It runs the camping fan, charges the laptop, and even our drone batteries on the AC plug. It handles all of it without breaking a sweat. And because there are no loud cooling fans spinning up like you get on the large power stations, it doesn't ruin the peace and quiet of the campsite. It is the perfect bridge between a standard pocket power bank and a heavy-duty off-grid generator. So, here is our final take. Is the Voltrable Wander 150 worth adding to your kit? If you are trying to run a mobile coffee shop out of your trunk, no. But if you're a solo camper who likes to stay organized, or a creator who frequently flies to locations, this thing is a slam dunk. It completely eliminates battery anxiety for your essential tech without taking up any real estate in your bag. The inclusion of a 100-watt Type-C port, a pure sine wave AC outlet, and a genuinely useful 360-degree lantern makes it one of the most versatile sub-100-watt-hour power banks on the market right now. For weekend warriors, it is exactly the kind of reliable, straightforward tool we want in our loadout. So that's our look into the Voltrable Wander 150. It's compact, it's punchy, and it's legally ready to fly. If you guys have any specific questions about what this thing can or cannot power, drop a comment down below and we'll get back to you. Make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel for more gear reviews and build updates. Other than that, we hope you all have a simple day. Peace.